July the 1st is Establishment Day in Hong Kong. It celebrates the formal handover of the territory from the UK to China in 1997. But for many Hong Kongers, rather than celebrating reunification with China, July the 1st is a day to protest about freedom, democracy, and the imposition of politics and politicians from Beijing.
We see a very polarized society, mainly because of policies that CY and his team adopt, particularly policies that are divisive, that do not reflect one country, two systems, and Hong Kong people ruling Hong Kong a high degree of autonomy.
Hong Kong's system of government is an oddity. One country, two systems means the territory is part of China, but with many of the freedoms of a Western-style democracy. The Basic Law, Hong Kong's equivalent of a constitution, states that Hong Kongers have the right to self-government. But according to campaigners, that right is being withheld. Zhang Xiaoming took over late last year as director of the Central Liaison Office, Beijing's main centre of influence in Hong Kong. He immediately called for greater obedience to Beijing and for the implementation of new security regulations. He said at the march that it demonstrated that Hong Kong had sufficient freedoms under one country, two systems.
In the past, everyone believed that in 10 years after the handover, that is, in the year 2007, we could achieve universal and equal suffrage to return the chief executive and our whole legislative council. But sorry, in 2006, China said that, the basic law means something different from what you expect. They read something between the lines, and that something is very creative, and we are told that we are not ready.
Hong Kongers may not have every right they believe they're entitled to, but they certainly have the right to protest, and they like to use it. At this year's event, over 100,000 people braved a tropical storm to march to central Hong Kong.
We can see that the Chinese government are not prepared to give a genuine democracy, that the candidate should be scanned by them, that a candidate should be picked up by the Chinese government before our election. This is something that we cannot accept it. And that's why the July 1st rally happened today again, that we want a genuine democracy, that even the selection process, even the nomination process should be also run by the Hong Kong people ourselves.
Yet, Hong Kong's under-fire leader, CY Leung, claims that he and his government have every intention of delivering the vote in accordance with the Basic Law by 2017. Compared to those over the border in mainland China, Hong Kongers do enjoy a lot of freedom. But for the protesters, that isn't enough. For now, their definitions of political freedom and self-determination, and those of their leaders both in Hong Kong and Beijing, remain a long way apart. Tom Griggs, Financial Times, Hong Kong.